The Laws of Ascension, Chapter 74, Interruptions. Lorik wakes up in a cold sweat. He lets a deep sigh out into the dark room before getting up. So, I'm not over those stupid nightmares yet, Lorik thinks with a sigh as he walks out of the room and down the hallway. The sun's just starting to rise outside. He enters the downstairs bathroom and starts the shower. After he finishes, he walks into the kitchen. Just as he starts looking for what to make for breakfast, he's interrupted by a knock at the door. "You know it was unlocked, right?" Lorik asks as he opens the door. "I did not. Why'd you leave it unlocked overnight?" Leora asks worriedly while walking in. "We didn't. I unlocked it after getting out of the shower a minute ago." Lorik replies. "Are the others still asleep?" she asks while walking into the empty living room. "Yeah, I woke up early. Speaking of early, why are you here now?" "We still have a little over 2 hours until the match." Lorik asks, causing her to smile. "You said something about saving a plate yesterday. I don't remember if you said where you got those spices from. But I really like the food from Velmoria. We spent a few months there for our classes before, and I loved their food. I started drooling thinking I'd get to taste some of it again and ended up waking up early for it." Leora replies while sitting on the couch. "Well, you're in luck then. These spices come from Velmoria," Lorik says while reaching out. Mist pours off his green ring and lands on the small table in front of Leora. A plate with a still hot steak appears as the mist fades. "Though I've never heard of, let alone tried their food, so it might not taste the same," Lorik adds as Leora eagerly grabs the fork and knife and digs in. "It's amazing," she says with a mouthful of steak. "That ring's amazing," she adds after swallowing her first bite. "It better be. It cost me a few thousand gold," Lorik says, causing her to freeze. "Why'd you waste so much on a ring?" Leora asks him, causing him to laugh. "You know, Vera asked me something similar, but I got it for alchemy. It's important to keep your ingredients fresh." Lorik replies, "It's still a waste of money. You can get boxes that have the same effect for less." Leora replies before taking another bite. "Sure, but this way I can carry it around. Besides, I've sold a lot of potions to Torvin and Soren, so I've more than earned what I spent on the ring." Lorik replies, "Why do you make them potions?" "It was a way to make money besides working for Torvin or fighting in the arena. Plus, I do like alchemy. Since Soren runs the arena, and one of the largest powers down there, he's always in need of healing potions and the like. I was able to borrow his alchemy set when working too. It's also not like I can sell potions up here. You have to register with an alchemy guild to do that, but kids can't register." Lorik replies as someone walks downstairs. "Morning," Vera says while walking into the living room. "Good morning," Leora replies. "How'd you sleep?" Lorik asks. "Good. How's the food?" Vera asks back. "It's amazing. But I'm biased. I love the food and spices from Velmoria." Leora replies. "Is Velmoria known for its food?" Vera asks. "No, it's just different from the food here in Valthorn. I've only tried it when I was there for a few months as part of my classes." Leora replies. "Why'd you travel to another kingdom for your classes?" Vera asks as someone walks downstairs. "It was for part of my law classes, not the magic kind of law, but the legal kind. We visited Velmoria and met with some officials. We also learned what kind of punishments they have for criminals. We even got to sit in for a few trials." Leora replies as Rowan walks into the living room. "You didn't wake up to a clap?" Lorik tells him, causing him to sigh. "If only every day could be like this," Rowan replies. "Don't count on it," Sarah says from behind him. Rowan jumps a bit, having not heard her come downstairs. "Could you just wake me up like a normal person?" Rowan asks her as she smiles mischievously. "I could, but where's the fun in that?" Sarah replies before sitting down. "So who are you rooting for today?" she asks Leora. "Obviously she's rooting for me," Lorik says. "I don't know. She and Vera seem to have gotten pretty close. I've seen them messaging each other at night before bed." Sarah replies. "I'm not sure," Leora says, interrupting Sarah before she can continue. "But if I were forced to choose, I'd say Lorik." She adds after swallowing her last bite. "Anyway, who are you rooting for?" "Vera. I think with her ability to cut Lorik's spells, she has the advantage." Sarah replies. "No, I'd say Lorik has the advantage. He's a higher rank and has a higher physical body level. Besides, she won't have a chance to cut through his beast roar," Rowan says. "But that spell has a cooldown. And it's not like Vera can't take a punch, Sarah retorts, causing Rowan to shake his head. It doesn't matter if she can take a punch. Lorik won't just, Rowan starts. That's enough, Lorik says, interrupting him mid-sentence. Before Rowan can say anything, a dark purple magic circle appears on the wall. Cyrilda, King Eldrin, and Lucian appear in front of the magic circle. Good morning, Cyrilda says upon seeing everyone here. What are you doing here this early? There's still over an hour before the match. Sarah asks. No, there's not, Lucian replies. Did you not know? Cyrilda asks. Is the match early or something? Lorik asks. Yes, the finals are held an hour earlier than the other matches. This way they can announce the results and rewards of the tournament before noon. Cyrilda replies, causing Vera to jump up. Then let's get going, she says while turning to the door. Before she gets too far, a magic circle appears under everyone's feet. They teleport to the arena, back to the tables and the stands where they always watch from. Is there anything else different about today's match? Lorik asks after recovering from the sudden teleportation. No, just the time, King Eldrin replies. Who are you rooting for to win? Cyrilda asks. Vera. Sarah replies. I'm betting on Lorik, Rowan adds. How much are you betting? Lorik asks. It's a figure of speech. It's illegal to bet on these matches, though you can in official matches between mages and guilds. King Eldrin explains, causing Lorik to look at him dumbfounded. Why? Betting is like half the fun of watching matches. Lorik replies, causing him to sigh. Do you place bets down there? Leora asks Lorik. Yeah, whenever I'm bored and have some spare coin. It's great because I place them at random, Lorik replies. Why do you place them at random? Cyrilda asks, confused. I don't bother keeping track of the other fighters in the arena, so I always just randomly bet on whoever I think looks stronger. Sometimes I even bet on whose name is more imposing. But it can be hilarious at times. There are people down there who think I have inside information or can see the fighter's strength or some other stupid reason. But they always bet on the same fighter I do. So when they win, they give me these thumbs up and nods. But when they lose, they always glare at me. Well, they have masks, but I like to imagine them glaring. Sometimes I wish they'd try something, though. It's not as fun when they just glare, Lorik replies, causing Leora to sigh. You know, back in the arena when we went looking for you, Torvin said you were a sadist. I'm starting to think there was merit to him saying that, Leora says, causing Lorik to look down in thought. Am I a sadist? Lorik mutters before turning to Leora. What exactly is a sadist? He asks, causing Cyrilda to nearly spit out her tea. Someone who enjoys inflicting pain on others? Leora replies without hesitation. I wouldn't say I enjoy it, but I will admit I find an odd satisfaction when I make someone look at me with fear in their eyes. Lorik replies. I'd say you're a sadist then, Rowan says, causing Vera to sigh. I'm so happy you learned you like causing pain to people before our fight, she says, causing Lorik to scoff. Hey, I only enjoy making people I don't know or who try to rob me look at me with fear, Lorik says before Cyrilda clears her throat. It's time to start the match, she says while reaching out. Lorik and Vera both teleport to the arena. Congratulations on making it to the finals, both of you. Headmaster Arlen says after they appear. The rules are the same as the other matches. Draw your weapons, he adds before stepping back. Both Lorik and Vera take out their soul weapons. Vera casts Destructive Blade on hers as Lorik raises his hands. Ready. They both say at the same time. Headmaster Arlen smiles before nodding. Then begin, he shouts while slamming his staff against the arena stage. Before Lorik or Vera could start rushing the other, a long crack appears in the air between them. It's 3 feet above the stage and 8 feet long. Headmaster Arlen reacts first, and silver vines shoot up from the arena stage toward the crack. Before they come into contact, 2 hands reach through the crack. They pull it open, revealing a dark tunnel inside the crack. Energy rages through the tunnel, flashing like a meteor shower in the night. As soon as the crack opens, a man rushes through. He has short red hair and bright white eyes. He looks to be in his prime, both young and muscular. The only clothes he's wearing are a plain pair of brown shorts. He doesn't even have shoes on. The man crashes into the vines head-on, crushing and absorbing them. They sink into his body like it's made of mud. His body continues pulling them in, ripping them out of the ground. A second and a third man rush out of the tunnel. They look exactly the same as the first and are even wearing the same looking pair of shorts. These two rush Headmaster Arlen together. Vines appear and bind them, but they sink into their flesh again. The vines only slow them down and don't stop them. Before he can attack again, the first man rushes past the first two. He moves so fast that Lorik and Vira only see a blur. He slams into Arlen and knocks him off the stage. The other two follow them off the stage as the last man leaves the tunnel. He was the one who ripped the crack open and held it open. He looks the same as the others, though his aura is different. The other three all had the aura of a 10th tier Grand Mage. This man only has the aura of a 10th tier Mage. As soon as he leaves the tunnel, it closes. It returns to being a crack in space before disappearing entirely. The man holds up a dark purple orb and crushes it. The orb shattered into thousands of tiny shards. The shards fly out and cover the air around the arena stage. They emit light that connects to one another, forming a powerful barrier around the arena stage. From the moment the crack appeared to when the barrier trapping the mage, Lorik, and Vera appeared, only 3 seconds passed. During this time, Lorik and Vera couldn't react. The Grand Mages moved too fast for them to see. The crack in space also surprised them, confusing them and delaying their reaction even more. They didn't move until the barrier appeared.